talked about this challenge. That's not just for the staff. It's not just for the faculty. That challenge is for anyone who could directly affect you in accomplishing this goal, which means us. So we are steadfast behind you. We support you because you are responsible for the future of this country and this state. And beyond that, I'll say ditto to what the senator said, and I shall take a seat. So thank you for this recognition.
Good afternoon. I too want to thank Dr. Adams and everyone here for awarding us this distinct Medal of Honor. I do want to correct Loretta Weinberg. The buildings were not dilapidated back then when she entered town. 3 decades ago, I did receive my Bachelor of Arts here at FDU, and I was a proud alum, and today I am even prouder by knowing that we have achieved even greater things in the last decade under the direction of Dr. Adams. So I thank you for this, and I thank you, and I will treasure the medal. Thank you.
Now to the presentation of the Distinguished Faculty Awards for 2009. I'm pleased to present the recipients who are being honored for their outstanding contributions to the university. I'm pleased to announce that the recipient of this year's Distinguished Faculty Award for Service is Dr. Peter Woolley. Peter? Professor of Political Science, Executive Director, Fairleigh Dickinson University's Public Mind College at Florham, Distinguished Faculty Award for Service. The founder of Fairleigh Dickinson University, Peter Sammartino, once wrote, quote, "We reach the greatest heights as human beings when we serve others, forgetting our selfish desires," unquote. Through your spirited efforts on behalf of students, colleagues, and the entire university community, you regularly reach the summit of service to FDU. As an FDU faculty member the last 22 years, you have served on a multitude of committees, chaired the Department of Social Sciences and History, and mentored hundreds of students. Your assignments have run the gamut from advisor to the Judo Club and reviver of a dormant political science honor society to member of the University Planning and Budget Committee, the College Personnel Committee, and numerous search committees. Your technical skills, mastery of numbers, and practical judgment were particularly valuable on the Budget Committee. But as one of your colleagues notes, Peter never loses sight of academic goals as well. Your research expertise on Japan and its foreign policy has informed your service on globalization task forces at the college and university level, and you have diligently represented your colleagues in the Faculty Senate. To many students at the college at Florham, however, you will be best remembered as the teacher or faculty advisor who brought out their best by combining high standards with an engaging and informal manner. To your colleagues, your gracious and inclusive approach creates an atmosphere that makes others want to work with you. And you are famous for employing a sharp, but never mean, sense of humor to disarm tense situations. I've seen you do that, too. But perhaps your greatest service to the university has been to raise its profile, improve its public image, and increase its reputation through the activities of Public Mind, the university's survey research group. Public Mind generates dozens of press releases annually on a range of political, social, and cultural topics that are cited by hundreds of newspapers, broadcast media, and websites nationally and globally each year. As Executive Director of Public Mind and an expert on all things political, you have kept Fairleigh Dickinson University on the mind of the public and become a sought-after interview subject yourself. While there are personal rewards for such high-profile work, there are plenty of challenges, as you well know. Driving home in the middle of the night from a TV studio, for example, or doing a radio interview at 6 a.m. and answering reporters' queries, even on vacation, because you fear that if you don't, they might call someone else at another university. You answer every call. For answering every time your university is called, we are honored to bestow upon you the Distinguished Faculty Award for Service. Congratulations.
Right. It makes me sound so altruistic, but I'm going to make a confession. Before I accept any assignment, any committee, any award, I always ask the same question. Is there going to be food there? Thank you.
Okay, he told me it'd take 10 seconds. I didn't believe him, but he did it. So, Peter, there will be food. I'm pleased to announce the recipient of this year's Distinguished Faculty Award for Teaching is Professor Daniel Toomey. Dan? Professor Daniel Toomey, Professor of Management, College at Florham, Distinguished Faculty Award for Teaching. Like all great leaders, great teachers inspire the future, and leadership is a familiar subject to you. In fact, your own studies have identified the key facets of strong leadership: integrity, connecting with others, and developing higher levels of commitment to society. You embody these very qualities, and your incomparable influence as a professor has opened new doors of opportunities for countless students. Your students describe you an incredible presenter of ideas, inspirational and insightful, says one. He epitomizes what it means to be an exceptional professor, says one other. He challenged all of us to become more than we are. He was personally invested in each of us. These personal connections often prove long-lasting. You and your wife, Rose, have been like family members to many FDU students. You have invited students to your New Jersey home and your bucolic homestead in upstate New York. Students affectionately recall your stories of growing up there on a modest dairy farm and your recollections of one-room schoolhouses, 5 o'clock risings, and tending to the barn's inhabitants. That humble and hard-working upbringing has served you well. You joined FDU in 1988, and you have led the development of the postgraduate MBA certificate in Human Resource Management and the redesign of the Executive MBA program. You also earned an educational grant to globalize FDU's undergraduate curriculum. Among the courses you develop and teach are International Business Seminar, Achieving Breakthrough Results, and Field Study of Business Culture and Global Sustainability, which includes a trip to Costa Rica. The course was inspired by your 1961 odyssey to South America, which included a near perilous 3-day ocean crossing from Panama to Colombia. Maybe Dan will tell us about that in his remarks. Never one to shy from risks, you co-founded and directed for 16 years FDU's Center for Human Resource Management Studies. A national leader in partnering with business, CHARMS developed groundbreaking efforts such as the Executive Scholars Program, and CHARMS faculty members have received a major National Science Foundation grant to study stress and aggression in the workplace. Later, you co-founded the very successful Institute for Sustainable Enterprise and now serve as its Director of International Partnerships. Extending your influence, you have been a visiting professor in Ireland, England, and New Zealand. A former business executive and experienced management consultant, your research has appeared in prominent publications like International Journal of Commerce and Management and the Journal of Organizational Behavior. Contemplative and cooperative, open and encouraging, you are a true role model for the next generation. As one student said after taking a course with you, the light is on. For providing that spark of illumination time and time again, we proudly present you with the Distinguished Faculty Award for Teaching.